The first video of our house build ended in disappointment.
In this second video, see how things have moved on.
If you saw the last video that we made about the house build, you'll understand why I was fed up and disappointed at the end of it. The holes that were being dug for the foundations just started to fill up with water. So speaking to the architect and the builders, they told me that we'd have to have some piles sunk in the ground. Now this was going to cause us a problem because Pook and I only had 2 weeks left in Thailand before we returned to the UK. And if you know anything about building a house in Thailand or a new building, you'll know that part of the build is what they do. They put up the reinforced steel ready to cast the concrete around them for the first 2 posts, and that is integrated with a ceremony where someone from the temple, whether it be a monk or someone else from the temple, comes and blesses the building to wish you luck and happiness there, that kind of thing. Well, I was thinking that with all this other work that needed to be planned, we wouldn't be able to see that, we wouldn't be able to be here, and I know that that was really important for Pook, so it was like worrying me whether that could be done in time. So anyway, I spoke to the architect and said to him, okay, well look, we've got to have these piles put down, 12 piles underneath the 12 posts for the build of the house. How much is it going to cost and how long is it going to take? Because I'm thinking, you do anything like that in the UK, you have to go through planning regs, you have to have new plans drawn up. And to get that kind of stuff passed, it costs a lot of money, and the actual work is going to add a lot to the cost of the build as well. So he said to me not to worry. He said, I'll sort you out a price tonight. He said, and if you agree to it, we can start work tomorrow on the piles, which astounded me. I said, well, what about planning regulations or, you know, the building regs being covered? He said, it's not a problem because what we'll do is we'll show photographs of everything that's being done as we go through, and that's more than enough to cover the building regs here. Once they've made adjustments, because building with the piles changed the way that they actually do the build, so they could reduce some of the initial costs and then add the cost of drilling and putting the piles down. It works out to 68,000 baht, which roughly calculated is about 1,700. So thinking about it, 12 piles, 8 metres down, just think of what that would cost back home. So 1,700, it added to the cost. They got started on the work the very next day, and we were assured that it'd be finished in time for us to do the ceremony before we went back to the UK. True to their word, the very next morning a new team turned up with the drill and the equipment ready to start doing the piles. The drilling was constantly checked with a piece of equipment that could have been used on the Great Wall of China. You can see here the darker soil, which is the level at where the problem water was. By pulling a core out like this, they could see that they're actually going through that water level down to solid earth below that. Once that core of earth's taken out, the metal sleeves left in the ground, they put the reinforced steel down into that sleeve and then fill it with cement, and that's when they lift that sleeve back out again. And this is the finished job. You can see the reinforcing steel sticking out of the top of the concrete pile. The next part of the process is to make and fit these steel cages on top of the piles, and that's also integrated with the steel work that's coming out of the concrete pile. These cages will form the core of the foundation blocks. Right, back on track now. With all of those foundation cages built and fitted, we can actually get on and plan this ceremony to bless the building. So you'll see this guy here, he's putting together the steel work for one of the posts, one of the upright posts that holds the building up. We get 2 of those done, they're fitted to the cages in the foundation work, and that then is ready for the ceremony.
จบเจ้าที่เจ้าทางทุกท่านอนุญาตปากคำประเทศปากคำสาธุสาธุสาธุคุณพระพุทธคุณพระธรรมคุณพระสงฆ์ตลอดเทวบุตรเทวดาพญาอินทร์พญาพรหมพระยมราชเจ้าแม่ธรณีเจ้าทีภูมิสถานเจ้าเงินเจ้าจ้านเจ้าบ้านเจ้าทีปู่ตาหักหลักบ้านเขาเด้อลูกหลานจะเอิ้นมารับออกเครื่องสังเวยลูกหลานขออนุญาตบัดคำเด้อขอสั่งบัดไปสักเกกาเบจารุเพจริติคารตเตยันตริเกวาสรธรวิสเมนยักขกันตปนาคาติตันตาสันติเจยังมุนิวะระวัจนังสาตวเมสุนันโตธรรมสาวนากโรยัมปทันตาธรรมสาวนากโรยัมปทันตา
Before they finish, they place certain items down in the foundations. It's supposed to bring luck and wealth and health, that kind of thing. And this is one of the posts, a bit jerky that recording, but I did it with my SLR camera. And that's one of the uprights that they use in the middle of the building. Plywood shutterings used to make the boxes that surround those cages for the foundations, ready for the cement to be poured in. And there you can see the cement being poured in and the air taken out with that gun, smoothing it all out, and that's it, ready for the next level. So that was it, the foundations were done, ceremony finished, and Pook and I had to head back to the UK for a while, leaving the rest of the house build, or the continuation of the house build, in the capable hands of her mum, her dad, her brother and his wife. Thanks very much for watching, be back soon with another update.